Welcome to Ask a Puppy Trainer Show. This is where we answer all of your questions about puppyhood. I'm Bethany.
And I'm Sparky from the Puppy Academy. We're excited you're here. And now, let's get to the show. Welcome to
Ask a Puppy Trainer Show. I'm Bethany, this is Sparky, this is Bodie.
And we are on episode 255.
He's a little amped. He may not last long. We'll see.
And we're just gonna be honest. She's half dead. I'm half asleep right now. Bodie's got enough energy for both of us. It's a heck of a morning, all right?
Yep.
We're just
my brain.
It's the afternoon. It's not even the morning anymore.
It's not working. The brain is just not working. But please put your comments down below and ask us questions. What's that say? It's what?
What?
Hi, shout out. They want a shout out. Sutton.
Hi, Sutton.
Hi.
That's a cute name. For a dog, it's a dog. It's a dog, right?
I'm going to move on. All right. Anyone who wants to throw in a question, we do get our questions sent in, obviously, but if anyone has a follow-up question for one we're answering and it has to do with the question, or even it's the person who sent in the question, throw us a follow-up. We like the back and forth. It feels more personal that way. And if you guys have just questions while listening, throw those in the chat. We like to prioritize the back and forth. All right. What?
I
said the episode.
255.
I wasn't listening.
I wasn't listening either, so.
Don't worry, I was, guys.
You're actually
Gotcha.
always very good with that. I was too happy.
I try to always remember the number because I like to say the number. All right, this was from a video, Does Your Puppy Demand Bark? And someone said, thank you for this video. Our puppy has found his voice and has started to bark in the crate. Clearly from frustration or overstimulation, just from one day to another, he started barking instead of laying down and sleeping. Any advice? I always like to ask people, have you done patterning in and out of the crate? So is your crate just somewhere your puppy goes to...
Sorry.
It's going to happen in about 2 seconds.
I'm pulling up your question.
Okay, all right. So you have to teach your puppy to pattern in and out of the crate. It's not just something where they go in, they stay there for 2-3 hours. They actually have to learn how to like crate and love crate and want to go into crate. And of course, Instagram freezes. So back to you, TikTok. So we teach them patterning. We guide our dog to the crate. We toss a treat in there, hoping that they're going to voluntarily go in. If they do, amazing. Tell them good and let them walk right back out. And I'll do that like 5 or 6 times. When they get more comfortable with going in there, coming back out, then I'll let them go in. I'll shut the door. I'll pause for a second. I'll open the door and I'll release them to come out. Now, if I have a dog who's a little bit more frustrated with the crate, I'm not giving food on what we call the break, which is like our release word, allowing them to come out. I don't treat the break because coming out of the crate to them is already the reward. So I'm not trying to add stimulation to that. I give most of my food when they go into the crate. I'll sometimes close the door, pause, open door, treat again. So I'm trying to build the most comfort inside the crate. Another couple things to think about is when your dog comes out of the crate, you have your activity window. So if you follow our schedule, you follow what we preach, what we teach, that means that activity window is work, which is your walk and your play, your walk and your training. Then you have your play, which is constructive play. That's doing tug with the toy, drop, good. Giving them right back, letting them play again, doing fetch on a 6-foot leash when you're only throwing it 2 or 3 feet. So you're teaching them how to get the toy, bring it back a couple feet, holding the toy, getting your drop, having them sit, tossing again, or telling them break, or telling them fetch and tossing again. So you got to hit those windows to actually teach your puppy how to be tired. When all that's said and done, you have that third window of activity time, which is like your break window, your calm window. That's where we're going to put them out of the crate with us. We get a playpen, we get a pet cot with a back tie to like the door handle or something. And they just learn how to exist with us outside of the crate. This is actually how we teach them how to be calm, how to settle. So the work, the play, the walk, all the mental and physical stimulation is to help them become tired so then they can actually go in their crate, rest and relax. And we teach that through through place command and doing duration work on place. So you need to teach them how to positively go in the crate. So it's in and out 5-10 times, and then they get to start their activity time. So they're out for the next 30 minutes to an hour. And then I'll do it a few more times.
Drive-by kisses.
Going back into the crate, just again, to create that positive association to it. We don't want crate to be a punishment. We want it to be a positive. You want to add? I know that was a bit long-winded. I like crate stuff.
I know.
It's structure. I like structure. Okay.
Did you mention pausing at the crate before they come out? I don't think you did, but...
No, but you can add that. That'd be a good thing to add.
Very important.
I did forget that.
I was waiting for it, and I was like, I'm just gonna check in and out and see if
I forgot it. You got it. You called it.
Very important to use the crate door as spatial pressure. Just to from day one, you can do this the day when you get your dog. Unless they're nervous and in the back, then don't worry about it. But if they're right at the front, ready
I told you I was going to do it too.
ready to blow out a crate, is just go to open it a little bit and then kind of lean forward, shut it nicely. You know, we don't have to slam it on dogs. Open it a little. They kind of
No, it's a slow close. No, pause, neutral.
You want to finish it?
No. Sorry.
Oh, no.
I just wanted
okay,
to jump
okay.
back into it.
So I'm just giving him a really hard time. We will talk about this afterwards.
We will not. We will not.
And
we have a million other things to talk about.
Yeah, that's true. You want to wait, in my opinion, you want to wait until you can get it open enough and they don't blow through to then reach in and clip a leash on them and pause again, because you'll have to do the process over again. Once you put a leash on them, they get excited. Then invite them out. Let's go. They fly out 100 miles an hour, turn around, go back in, and do it again. Just not because they got in trouble. You're not popping the lead or anything like that. You just repeat the process a few times until they just walk a little bit more calmly, because you're setting a tone for the energy in your home. I can pull out a toy.
He's pissed.
I can pull out a toy and I can go crazy. But to come out a crate, I want them to be, they can be happy, but relatively calm. I think Bodhi.
So by the way, guys, this is what we call a frustrated puppy. We would have, if we weren't in this, we would have put him away probably about 2 minutes into holding him. It's the calm petting, it's the playing with the toy, and then when everything kind of turns into baby shark, there's nothing more you can do about that.
Man.
He's actually letting you know that he needs a little break.
Now that's in my head.
God, we're idiots. We're such idiots. All right, next one.
No, I've got this one. This one is different.
Different. Oh,
Okay.
nothing does like her different.
All right, Jers J. Tricks of the trade to teach an elite. Oh man, pause due to poor connection. So this one is an Instagram question. So if it pauses, I do like to pause, but I can't pause forever. So I know we say this every week, but that's because Instagram's annoying. This will get re-uploaded on YouTube in 2 days. And so if you don't hear the full answer to your question, please refer to YouTube in 2 days. Okay. Jers J, that sounds familiar, says, tricks of the trade. There are no tricks, dude. But I do have training techniques for you. Tricks of the trade.
Tools of the trade.
To teach an elite level of heel command. And the dude capitalized elite.
How old is the puppy?
The attention doesn't stay on me much. 10-month-old Mini Aussie.
Okay, 10-month-old. So you're at the age where you could do that.
Totally.
Yep.
Okay.
Fun.
If you are in the city though, like in a busy environment, like we're right on the PCH and we are right on PCH, not the PCH.
We got locals on this show.
Ugh, okay. We are right here. And and I used to live in North Hollywood, which was like airport, courtyard, dogs barking all day long.
Does the PCH go through it? Or sorry, continue.
It was rough. And so I would never, or not never, but like I wouldn't expect an amazing heel from a 10-month-old in those situations. You do need to train it, even if you got to go to the park on the middle of a Monday afternoon or Sunday afternoon. It tends to be lighter on Sunday than Saturday to be able to do this because your neighborhood's too busy. You've got to make those adjustments. And you can also work on it in the house, in the yard first to get the techniques down. Now, there's three main things that I like to do. First of all, you got to get a really good loose leash. Let's go. So that means the J leash. I do not walk on a J leash. I hate that. But I will train on the loose leash. Let's go. If a dog feels held back, you're done for. You just work on recalls because you're not going to teach heel. You're just making them wanting to go away from you more powerful.
The harder you pull against their pull, the more they want to pull.
Yeah.
It's called opposition reflex.
So, I got a few, so the dog's we're going to do let's go work on the full 5-foot, 6-foot leash. Dog goes out. Honestly, I just give them a 10-month-old. I'm just giving a little pop of the lead. If they are about to hit the end of the leash, and I turn and walk like it's no big deal. They hit the end of the leash, pop, turn and walk like it's no big deal. Just to whittle them down. And then before long, they're like, checking in with me. And I'm like, good, let's go. Let's go. You can say, let's go when you turn. You don't have to, but you can. Do I have a follow-up? No, it's somebody else. So this is distracting. This is so distracting. Stop that.
Scroll up.
No. So my train of thought. See, like, okay, I'm not even getting into it with you today. So I would get that first, where I turn and the dog's noticing that I'm turning. Now, good. Now I can use some food to mark where I'm walking. I don't like to feed while walking. It's a preference. Like, I've had too many labs and Australian shepherds and Malinois nip my hands. So even when I'm teaching heel with food, I go heel, and I'll pat my leg. I love the leg pat, and dogs love it too. I'll be like heel after the turn, and I walk a few steps, pause, piece of food. Walk a few steps, pause, piece of food, and I hold the food at my navel. Walk a few steps, pause, piece of food. You can also just try patting your leg, walking a few steps. They get out ahead, just pop the leash back. We are not like crank. It's just like a little check of the leash, like just a little wrist action. Boop. Your dog might be sensitive enough to where he's like, what? And then you're like, heel, good. Stop and sit, release to go sniff, back to your let's go work, and then add in a little heel. All right, that is actual training techniques to teach the position. At least it's a couple of ideas. The other thing I like to do is inside turns. Dude, inside turns. But you got to watch some YouTube videos on it because it's a little bit tough to just figure out yourself. You can start in a loop, like a rectangle, circle, oval. There we go. Oval. Knew it was there. You could try like an oval in the driveway, but you need to eventually do like a tight inside turn where you take up the space your dog was just walking. That's another really great technique. What else you got?
Environment. You got to start your training in a quiet environment, so you can't. I wasn't sure if you did. That's why I was trying to read the damn question, because if it said in the beginning, I would have already known that you addressed it. Trying to read the questions. I didn't.
The question has nothing to do with a calm environment.
I think it kind of partially does. If it says location,
no, it doesn't.
What city does he
That's
live
what
in?
I'm saying. You were looking up information on where he lives.
Yes, I was trying to see what city he lives in. So I feel like that does also matter too. Like, if I live in a really big city, I find a lot of people have complexes, like underground, like parking complexes. I literally taught 2 dogs in my old complex how to walk inside of the complex, especially on hot days where you need a little bit more shade. And then we'd go out to the distractions. We'd kind of go until they felt slightly overwhelmed. They need to be worked back down to a calm state. We'd go back to the parking garage and work inside there. I know it cut out. Sorry, Instagram. Use your parking garage if you have one. Any quiet space, side of your house, long walkways, hallways, anything where you can go one of 2 directions and there is no left or right.
M409, the question about teaching your dog to ask permission from strangers. I need to know age and preferably breed mix as well. You want to do a tickety talk?
Oh, I just got a puppy. My algorithm has changed. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome. All right. My puppy Westie. Ooh, Westie. So we know high drive, barking, or nipping. My puppy Westie is barking at everyone. Yep. And everything on a walk. Dogs, people, objects.
I wonder how old.
Yeah, we need an age, guys. Age definitely helps, because puppy, if it was a...
Mine barks at the fire hydrant. Sorry.
Mine would bark at plastic bags if they're blowing in the wind. Man, she did not like those plastic bags.
We're laughing with you. Not at you. Okay, well, yeah, you got a Westie. That's why we knew right away. In fact, a Husky is not the dog that is tough to recall train. The Westie is the dog that is tough to off-leash recall train. Truly.
Claire, we need an age. Give us an age.
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
16 weeks. Ooh, that's young.
That's a baby.
4 months.
That's you're in trouble. No,
Yeah.
okay. So here's the thing. Do you know if the puppy is still social? And what I mean by that is when you actually get up next to a dog or a new person comes over to the house or something like that, is the Westie happy to see them? Because I want to know if it's frustration barking or if you've got some fear territorial, like he's not territorial yet, but some fear issues, which is going to lead to it. Comes across as aggressive. I don't think he would be. He gets on great with my 14-year-old Westie. You need to know. I mean, a 16-week-old dog. I mean, is there, like if you live in the middle of nowhere, I get it. But do you have someone that can come over to the house? Can you let him say hi to someone at the park that wants to say hi to the cute Westie and see if they get nipped. Okay, no, that's not what I meant. But you'll be on a roll today. Okay, so I mean, it would just be a little.
Remember when I
bite.
started with, we're lack of sleep right now.
It would just be like a little.
Or half.
I mean, it wouldn't be that bad. I mean, it would hurt, but it would be small. So, what I would do truly is I would go to a park if I didn't have anybody or a neighbor or something that could help me out. I would go to a park and somebody makes eye contact with my dog. I'm going to have food on me, of course, and I'm going to let them go up. And if they're just like sniff, 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 and you start to see wiggling, you're good. You got a wild puppy that's got a lot of frustration that you definitely got to get a hold of, because it can lead to severe reactivity. But right now it's just frustration. Or does the puppy start to, okay, so Sparky is my person at the park. I'm the puppy. And the puppy kind of like goes up and then kind of backs up when they reach the hand out. And then they kind of go forward again. And then they kind of change their mind. Like, that is, puppy, come here. Pull him to you, like if you need to, if you've got no recall yet. And now you know. Now you know where it's coming from. Is it frustration from being held back from life on the leash? Or is it fear-based? And come back next week. No, I'm kidding. I'll give you a couple of ideas.
One more part of it.
Oh, they did? Let's see. Claire. Yes, hi to people. By the time we get close to dogs, the other dog is usually on edge. Yeah, I don't trust other dogs.
Other dogs.
So I wouldn't do the dogs, but the people is cool. He's happy for people in the home. Frustration. Okay. All right.
Opposition reflex. He's trying to get somewhere that he's not able to get to. It creates more frustration.
You have got a hardcore little working dog that's having a lot of frustration issues. And so if I'm you, I am going to deep dive into different ways to play with my dog effectively. And then also use food. I prefer food with puppies to do this. You can use play, but I prefer food to really build focus and control. So if I'm doing place work, I'm using food to reward staying. And then I'll do come, yay, go get the toy, place, and then food rewards for stay. And so you got that aspect of training. So you're working on your thresholds, waiting at every threshold for permission to go out. 16-week-old, I will absolutely do blocking and be like, no, you have to wait till we go out the door, till I give permission to go out the door, and really get into spatial awareness and blocking to teach the control. But then you've got to learn how to nurture that frustration through play and drop the toy, throw the toy, drop the toy, tug games, drop the toy while possessing the toy, sit down, place, come. Westies remind me a little bit of Schnauzers in the sense of they seem to be focused and older acting for work sooner than other goofy puppies that roll off the bed while I'm trying to work with them. This dog is like, I'm ready. What are we doing? Well, what else you got, And so you got to adapt to that really quick. And then when I go outside, I'm just going to do recall work. I'm going to let the dog go out, go sniff a bush, pull towards the neighbor, come, sit, piece of food, let him go back out again. Let him check out as many things as you want, but you've got to work on that recall. So it's like sees a dog barking, come, piece of food. You got to really shape that. Start inside yard, blah, blah, blah. You got anything else to add? That was a long one.
No, we got some amazing questions on my side.
We do. Oh. English Bulldog. Holly Lovebug, I did get yours. My answer is going to be short, but I'll come back to you. M409, how do you teach your dog, your English Bulldog, 6 months old, to ask permission to say hi to strangers? He just runs to them. Oh man, if I have an English Bulldog, I'm going to be so strict about this because they are known for their explosiveness with excitement and reactivity.
Says excitement because that's how they're trained
and
in their body to be reactive.
Every single home I come into, they're like 1-year-old and humping everybody and starting to get aggressive, even though they're friendly. So for me, this is really about you being able to get the sit and wait for permission to say hi. So it's like walk up to something exciting and practice this on your walk. Every time a person walks by, you walk by them, stop and sit. And then sometimes you stop and sit and let them walk by, switch it up, movement versus stationary. Really start that now with dogs and people. And then really enforce you're not saying hi until you sit. If it's in the home, do place command. That is the best way to do it. You release him, he jumps up. No, back to you. Sit, pause, give them another chance. You've got to really shape the expectation.
I'd be looking into a balanced dog trainer. If you have a English Bulldog, guys, let's be clear. It's not an American Bulldog. It's not short, wide, and fat. It's tall, skinny, tucked belly. English
That's
Bulldog.
American.
No, American or fat.
No, no, that's English.
Old English.
English and Old English.
American are the tall sprigs.
Okay.
American is Chance from Homeward Bound.
Okay. Son of a gun. I hate when I'm
American Bulldogs are also explosive.
This is every American Bulldog we've ever had at our school. This is every American Bulldog I've ever worked with in my career.
That's because we're not here to talk about breeding and breeding ethics.
Oh my God. Am I so broken because I've never seen a true American Bulldog in 20 years of being
They're
a dog
very
trainer?
unusual. I went where I grew up, I would see them regularly or mixes regularly.
Let's
when
move
I
on.
moved out here, I have only worked with one. Since I moved here almost 20 years ago.
Almost 2 decades of being a dog
So
trainer.
two. I've worked
Never
with two.
seen one. Never seen
Oh,
one.
there's been one here, so you've worked with one.
Maybe not in my time here.
That's true. Okay.
That's crazy.
Holly says, because you're too slow. Any tips for an 8-month-old Aussie that's starting to get territorial, random fights with 2-year-old sister? They're random. I know you don't mean the word literally, but just from because I have to, because I'm a trainer. There's not going to be any randomness to it. Like something has led up to this. There's some grudginess or lack of structure in the home, I don't want to sound like overly I don't want to oversimplify it, but a lack of structure and leadership in the home. And honestly, sometimes it really is a layer of genetics to it. And the dog has gotten older now and they're getting into their adolescence. And so they're testing boundaries and you might be letting them figure it out on their own. I don't know, but that's a really bad move for most dogs, not all dogs. Like I've learned my dogs really well and there are some conversations I let them have themselves, but that's because I've watched them like a hawk for years and they're a pack and they know each other and nobody is an immature adolescent kid, teenager, because that's basically, I think, what you're dealing with, right? And so I want you to just keep those things in mind, but there's not a lot. Sorry, I was just trying to read the age again. Where did it go? Oh, here we go. Yeah, 8-month-old. Yeah. And so it's not random is all I'm saying. It could be a natural part of development genetically. It could be a lack of structure in the home. You should be able to be in a position where you're like, hey, knock it off. And they can separate, without a lot of intervention from you. If that's not the case, you've really got to get a one-on-one trainer in your home. We would suggest a balanced trainer. But that's why I said my info would be short. Sorry. You have anything you want to add?
I've been trying to put together the question. Is this the littermate syndrome dogs?
No.
Yeah, see. I don't even know what the question is. You turned off your phone halfway. Couldn't read it.
I didn't turn off my phone. Oh yeah, I forgot.
You did.
I forgot you've got to read it too. I do too sometimes. It was 8-month-old Aussie starting to fight with the 2-year-old.
Oh, that one's tough. A lot of the time, it's just the 8-month-old, when it was 4 or 5 months old, had like what I call puppy privilege, which means they can get away with murder with an older dog, and the older dog kind of just puts up with it and deals with it. Maybe gets like a little bit growly. When they hit a certain adolescence age, which in my opinion is between about 6 to 8 months, that's when the balls fully drop. That's when they get a lot more of the testosterone, even estrogen for females with another female older dog. Your 2-year-old is no longer putting up with the same crap that he was putting up when the dog was younger, likely, and now you're getting more confrontational because of that. I'm sure you went over leash management, boundaries, structure.
No, I told him
training.
to get help. No, I told him to get
You
one-on-one
should.
balance
You should.
training. Yeah.
That is one of the worst situations I personally deal with when I do private training. Is I'm walking in a home and dogs that were friends are now like public enemy number 1 to each other.
Honey, Holly says we pull them apart and then they are fine. You mean they're fine after the fact, but I mean, if this keeps going, what happens is, yes, dogs live in the moment, but the other way they learn is habits. And so by the time a family like this comes to me, usually there's been so many fights that the puppy or whichever one is the aggressor,
Whoever's stronger,
just walks in the room and the grudge has built so much and there's nobody preventing it to teach the dogs like when to be calm, when to play, how to play, managing excitement levels during play. Like if you can't see the triggers, you have got to get someone in your home to help you see the triggers of before it gets to that point, because there's going to be several of them. But what I was saying is that most people, before they seek us out, they wait till one dog enters the room and the grudge is so big, it's just on. Or everybody sits on the couch and somebody puts their arm around somebody else, pets the dog, and it's on. Like there's certain triggers, to pinpoint. That's what you've got to get somebody in your home.
Don't wait till blood is drawn.
Yeah.
It's too late. It's already too late, but you can still get help.
Oh yeah, you can still get
very
really good
efficiently,
help.
but
Yeah,
you're already in the weeds. You're in the dirt. You're in the muck.
Yeah, especially with an 8-month-old. If you act quickly, you should be able to make really good headway on this. Yeah.
I think my puppy bites for attention. Tips to correct that.
Leash,
yeah.
Teach calm thresholds. Teach when to be calm and when we're having fun with a toy that's big enough to not get my hands bit.
Create like little windows of time where you play for a little bit, you train for a little bit, you relax for a little bit. You have a 3-strike rule in your mind, and if your dog can't relax, you're like, oh, he's just not ready to relax yet. He needs more crate time. And then you might be doing 30 minutes of free time, activity time, work time with them. 10 minutes of like hang out on the place cot or the bed while you hang out on the floor next to them or sit on the couch, giving them food periodically. Or it might just be work, play, right back to crate if he's young enough and he's not mentally mature enough to handle it.
Yeah. And
that part's important.
And those are specifically like J-Jack's windows. So if you want to look into that type of training to really help your dog understand when and how they're supposed to be doing different parts of their day, that windows theory is his.
I love this one. This is my favorite question. It's not even puppy questions. Can elderly dogs still be trained, or are they kind of already programmed to what they know? No, the oldest dog I've ever trained was 12 years old, and it wasn't for like service animal or anything crazy. It was just to give them a basic walk. The dog was a little bit reactive, had been its whole life, but in its elderly age, it kind of had been like simmering, cooling off a little bit, and the owner was curious if I could help them. It took about 3 sessions, and the dog was able to walk by other dogs, and it required a lot of confidence in the owner to advocate for the dog's space. So yes, you absolutely can train an elderly dog. A lot of it, in my opinion, is making sure that they know that you're going to protect space. You won't let dogs just run up to them and say hello, because elderly dogs, they understand that they're weaker and they're more fragile. So yeah, in my opinion, yes, elderly dogs can be worked with, but you have to find someone who knows how to work with them. They can't be doing corrections where they're bumping their body into them. They can't be doing firm like corrections on the leash.
So they might not be able to pull from their general toolbox depending on the type of trainer they are. There are some very physical trainers out there, and then there are less physical trainers, and there are more food-based trainers, even though they're balanced. There's more play-based trainers, even though they're balanced. So you really got to ask the right questions.
I think I'd probably do a more positive reinforcement balance-based program. So like maybe like a 70-30, 80-20 of positive reinforcement and then balance training.
I agree with him completely. I have rehabbed 2 elderly dog aggression cases. And I don't mean rehab by management. I mean like, yes, there's lots of management, but actual rehab. And then others, they've been a lot harder, I'll be honest. It's because they've practiced those behaviors for years. So long. But I will tell you this, in my experience, it is more the human's difficulty changing than the dog's.
Affection. It's one of the worst ways to create
freedom and affection. Yeah.
Freedom and affection. Yeah.
All right, guys, I know we always say we won't answer comments that aren't puppy related, but this was such a general one. And I always love to answer the old dog can't learn new tricks. It's old people struggle learning new tricks. Dogs are actually really great at learning new tricks.
Sammy, last one. I'm going to go over last one.
Yeah.
Where are you guys located? We're located in Hermosa Beach in California.
On PCH.
Do you do board and trains for service dogs, 1 year multi-poo? I do service animal board and trains, but I'm booked out till February, March of next year. Do you do anything like that?
I don't do service dog. I do behavioral. Like I've paired up with service dog trainers, and I do the behavioral aspect side of things, but I don't teach tasks.
I only teach DPT, deep pressure therapy, psychological service animal. So that's my whole path with them. But yeah, reach out to Sparky's Dog Training if you want board and train service animal. Thank you. Bye guys. Thanks for tuning into Ask a Puppy Trainer Show.
We hope you found some advice that you can use to help make puppyhood a little easier.
Don't forget to join us live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Time on Instagram or TikTok at The Puppy Academy.
This is where you can get a chance to ask your burning questions in real time. And if you want even more puppy guidance, visit our website at thepuppyacademy.com for info on joining our online puppy school.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider subscribing to our podcast and leaving us a review.
These reviews let more people find us and supports us on our mission to help as many puppy parents as possible around the globe.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.